Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing super healthy and fine at home. Today, I am just going to give a brief about what is actually coronavirus, the pandemic that is happening around the world right now. Okay, so the whole family of coronavirus is named coronavirus because corona means crown, and if we see a zoom in picture of a coronavirus, you can actually see some little spikes surrounding the coronavirus, which has the shape of a crown. There are some other names for coronavirus. Maybe you guys have heard about SARS. SARS is known as the Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, and the outbreak happened during the 2002. Maybe you guys have also heard about MERS. MERS is known as the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, and the outbreak was on 2012. The virus now that we are dealing is SARS-CoV-2, and the diseases that causes it is the coronavirus disease 2019. In short, people pronounce it as the COVID-19. Where does it spread? How it happened? Okay, so based on what I've read, during the end of 2019, an unusual number of pneumonia cases had been detected at Wuhan, which is the capital of the Hubei province in China. After the documents are leaked online, the local authorities have confirmed these reports at the 31st December 2019. And then one day later, this one wet market, which known as the Huanan Seafood Wholesale Market, was closed. After investigation had been carried on, it has been revealed, surprisingly, that 2/3 of the early patients had links to the market, and that is how people assume this is where the location of the outbreak originated. So on the 23rd January, the government finally decided a lockdown in Wuhan and other cities surrounding the Hubei province. So we are now talking about the spread. Okay. Bats, they are natural solver for viruses. It means that the virus inside the bat can replicate itself without harming the bat itself. So it causes the virus in the bat to be passed on from the bat to other animals, and finally it reaches to the human. And that is what happened in Wuhan. After one person got infected, the virus has been carried on from a person to another person to another person, and so on, by coughing or sneezing. And do you know that one cough can release about 3,000 droplets in the air, and it can go all over the place? Okay, so let's say you've been smacked in the face by someone through coughing or sneezing, and that means you have a direct transmission of the virus. I found some facts at Doctor and other YouTube resources. It says that if the coronavirus it lands on the air, the particle can stay floating up to 3 hours, and if it lands on a box, it can stay up to 24 hours. And how about it stays in plastic? It can stay up to 2 or 3 days. So let's say you get infected by the virus, and then what happens next? What are the symptoms that you may face? Move on forward to the other next vlogger.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Thuraia. I am in charge of telling you guys about the symptoms of COVID-19. I'm sure my groupmates have told you guys about coronavirus. What is it? How does it happen? When does it happen? Where does it happen? How to avoid it? What should you do if you get tested positive? But I'm sure you did not know yet what is the symptoms of COVID-19. And right now, I'm going to explain it to you. Watch this video. COVID-19 affects different people in different ways. Most infected people will develop mild to moderate illness, and they could recover without hospitalization. So the most common symptoms for COVID-19 is three. First is fever. Nowadays, when you go to mall or public place, the person in charge, the person who is guarding the entrance will measure your temperature first to see that your body temperature is in normal state, which is below 37. If your body temperature is above 37, you are not permitted to enter the place. Second common symptom is dry cough, which is why people wear their masks outside. So if they are coughing, their bacteria will not spread to everyone else, and the chance of COVID transmission is reduced. The third common symptom is tiredness. So if you feel tired, it is best that you stay at home. If you get the energy, then work from home. Don't have to go outside. So that's it for the most common symptoms. I'm not done yet. There are also less common symptoms that we have to look out for. Not facing the most common symptoms does not mean that you are safe yet. So the first less common symptom is aches and pains in your body. You know, when you feel like you need to be massaged. Second one is sore throat. When you feel like even swallowing your own saliva is painful, then that's sore throat. Third is diarrhea. Fourth is conjunctivitis. Fifth is headache. Sixth is loss of taste or smell. For example, when your father brings home durian and you cannot even smell it, that means you are facing the last common symptom of COVID-19. The last one is rashes on your skin or the discoloration of your fingers or toes, which means that it seems like your blood does not go through the ends of your body. I'm not done yet. I'm getting to the very crucial part, which is the serious symptoms. Okay, so if you are wondering why the lighting is different, it is because in the previous video I forgot to state the most crucial part of the video, which is the serious symptoms. So right now I will be continuing what I left behind. The first serious symptom of COVID-19 is when you have difficulty of breathing or shortness of breath. Second one is when you have chest pain or a high pressure on this area of your body. The third one is when you lost the strength to move your body. If you're facing these serious symptoms, save yourself by calling your doctor or health facility so you can get tested. Okay, now I will go back to my previous video. If you're facing these serious symptoms, it is advisable. No, it is not advisable. It is a must that you seek immediate medical attention. Immediately. Always call before visiting your doctor or health facility. People with the common symptoms, it is advisable to stay at home and practice social distancing even with your family members. You love your family, right? You have to isolate yourself in your own house for their own safety. At least for 8 days. On average, it takes 5 to 6 days for the person who are infected with the virus to show some symptoms. However, it could take up to 14 days. Now you know this is a very, very dangerous virus, and we all have to be careful. Always practice social distancing anywhere you are. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum.
My turn, I'm going to talk about the steps that you can do to avoid yourself and others from getting infected by coronavirus. You can wash your hands with hand sanitizer or soap and water for 20 seconds. So why you need to wash your hands? Washing your hands with soap and water or using alcohol-based hand rub will kill the viruses that may be on your hands. So the next one is maintain at least 1 meter or 3 feet distance between yourself and others. When people come together in crowds, you are more likely to come into close contact with someone that has COVID-19, and it is more difficult to maintain physical distance of 1 meter. When you need to go out to buy necessary things like food or you need to do something important, don't forget to wear a mask. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. If you have a fever, cough, and difficult breathing, seek medical attention. You can keep up to date on the latest information from trusted sources such as the WHO organization or our local and national health authorities such as KKM or other local news such as Awani or TV3. Local and national authorities are best placed to advise on what in your area should be. The last steps that you can do is follow the rules governed by our local authorities. If they ask us to quarantine ourselves, do it. If they ask us to stay home, do it. Although it is not a nice experience, we must believe that it is a little act like a hero. Although we just stay home, eating and watching television, we should understand why and respect it. Stay at home so that we can protect those who need to go out for society to function, from doctors, cashiers, police officers, and armies. You depend on all of them and they depend on you. You know, all of this is no fun, but if you look on the bright side, it is really a small price to pay, and you need to know that you are the hero.
Okay, so guys, when we talk about contagious disease, especially this disease can spread through skin contact, and we use our hand to touch everything around us, and that can increase the risk of infection. So we need to keep our hands clean and we need to keep our hands hygiene real properly. So I'm Afidah Shafiy going to show you guys how to wash your hand properly and also how to use hand sanitizer so that we can reduce the risk of infection if we touch things around us. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. Make sure you use a hand sanitizer that contains alcohol because the alcohol can kill the virus. So put 2 or 3 drip of hand sanitizer. Okay, so just rub it together, palm to palm, and then interlace your finger like this, and okay, and then also rub it at your wrist like this.
wabarakatuh. My name is Ainun Nuha and I'll be telling you about the updates on COVID-19 cases. We all know that the government has done everything they could do in order to protect us. So, it's been 2 months since the RMO has started, which is the restricting movement order. And we're still stuck in the house. All the updates you can gather from the news itself, on the internet, and also from media socials such as the Twitter. Okay, for today is 7th of June, so I'll be using today's updates, that day's update. So okay, let's straight to the update. The total cases in Malaysia is 8,322 cases, and then those recovered is 6,674, and the number of deaths is 117, which is 117. Despite the loss, we can say that it's actually a good news because there are more cured and recovery. Okay, and we can clearly see the difference of 6,100, and it's very different, right? And then if you're comparing between the number of the number of total cases and the number of recovery, we can say that the ratio is 4 to 3. Okay, like 4 people who is positive with COVID-19, and then there are 3 of them who actually successfully recovered. So it's totally a good news. Okay, I also found that in Malaysia there are 2 places with the highest cases, which is KL and Selangor. KL, Kuala Lumpur, and Selangor. KL is 2,393 cases, and then in Selangor there are 1,965 cases, and the least cases are from Labuan, which is 17 cases. We can say that since Labuan is an island, so it's quite understandable why it's the least. If we look more on the internet, we can find that there is a study that shows only 1.41% chances of death here in Malaysia. This percent tells you that we should still be wary because there is still a chance, but also be grateful because it's less. Okay, so for those who actually be positive with the cases with COVID-19, please be positive. You will. It shows how amazing the frontline doing their jobs, and how obedient are people in listening the government's order for RMO, which is to wear masks when going out, and use hand sanitizer. So I'm grateful. On the Star official Twitter account, I found that there is an update. It says there are 142 transport units nationwide only for this case. What surprised me more is that the number of doctors, the number of frontliner. Okay, it says that there are 61,158 doctors and 80,000 nurses has been put as the frontliner, and the government is recruiting another 1,000 housemen to assist the doctor. It's amazing to know how the government is doing their job, and then the frontliners strive for our health. So it's amazed me. I guess that's all for the update. Thank you.
I'm a senior citizen. Mostly, I stay at home because we cannot do any activity. We don't go to the mosque or surah for the past 3 months. So, most of the time I stay at home. Stay at home and stay safe. Interview.
Adik nak lampu.